afternoon and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I posted on Instagram the other day because I feel like I've not done a proper sit down, catch up, just like lifestyle Q&A in so long, and I feel like you do weekly vlogs or you do your content videos that are like food and fitness and stuff, and it's very easy for people to see like snippets of your life without realising too much about what's going on and what you're doing day to day and stuff like that. So I wanted to do a Q&A because these are my favourite type of videos, especially if I'm like on a train, or even if I'm driving and you have it sitting down in the corner, or if you're getting ready or something, or even over breakfast, you know, that way you just like to listen to what other people are saying. So I'm giving you that content today. So if you're having your breakfast, please comment down below what you're having, because I feel like that's when I watch my YouTube videos, is when in the morning I have like half an hour, make the breakfast and watch everybody's YouTube. So I'm just going to jump right in. I asked the questions on Instagram. Here they are here. There's quite a few. I'm obviously just going to pick out the ones that I feel like were repeated the most, or maybe ones that I haven't answered either at all or in a long time. So first question. I wanted them to be lifestyle-y. I wanted them to be to do with like my life and what's going on and things like that, rather than health and fitness. So this is more like a personal catch up, chit chat, Q&A type of thing. So what TV series are you loving right now? So I'm saying we, like Adam and I weren't watching a series for so long. It was very much just movies, but I've started Stranger Things. We're about 4 years late to the party, but we started Stranger Things. Not gonna lie, the first like 2 episodes very slow, but the past few days we've been watching like 3 episodes in a row, like refusing to go to bed because we're getting hooked. So no spoilers please, because we just started season 2. Are you happy? What a deep question. And I'm going to answer that and say yes. I think this stage of life I'm at right now, like I always say, like I love this age that I'm at. Like I'm 28 and I just feel like it's such the perfect age, because you're not early 20s but you're not quite in your 30s yet. You're an adult and you can do all the adult things, like have a house, go and travelling, make your own money, all this kind of stuff, but at the same time you're free to like make mistakes and make like silly spending things and all this kind of stuff. Very free and just very experimental, you know. But I think there's a lot of areas in life that you have to take into consideration when you're thinking about are you happy, and I'm happy in them all, very much so. So that's my answer to that. Does Adam live with you? That's like the same person that's asked all 3 of these questions. Does Adam live with you? He stays with me in my house, yes. So pretty much, yeah, he just stays with me in my house, but we may be moving out from here very soon. But I'll make a whole other video on that. But yes, currently we are here in my house. Oh, why does your dad live in Athens? So many people got confused by this. So if you follow me on Instagram, my whole family live in Scotland, and it was my dad's 60th birthday last week, and for his birthday my mum was taking him to Athens for like 5 days I think it was, for a holiday. But she asked me and my sister, do we also want to go but slightly later than them and surprise him the next day? So he had no idea that we were going, and that's why we went to Athens. So he doesn't live in Athens, we just went on a trip for his birthday. But so many people were like, is your dad Greek? Does he live in Athens? Blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh no, I have not explained this properly at all. Would you consider OnlyFans? No. I mean, it's one of those ones that you joke about all the time, and it's like, I should just make OnlyFans. Life would be so much simpler in terms of like just making money, but no. And I'll tell you why. A few reasons. Obvious ones, you can do so much content on it, and I'm aware of that, but obviously the stigma behind it is sexual and like adult entertainment. I don't want to be in that field, so that's the main reason for that. And also too, even if you did go down a different route with it, I feel like I've spent like 5 or 6 years building a business online that I don't want it to be tainted by kind of what I would view for someone in my current job as like a kind of easy way to make money, if that makes sense, and just kind of join on that bandwagon. I would rather keep working at my business, my wholesome business, and you know, hopefully that gets where I want it to be eventually. But no OnlyFans for me. Shucks. Let me see. I want to just make sure I'm answering ones that are like lifestyle. Ooh, any glow up advice? So I don't think I've went through a glow up physically in a while. Like obviously I think from like late teenage years to now, well, me at 18 versus now, quite a difference. But I think in terms of a glow up, I think that includes like mentality, your attitude, spirituality, like everything that's going on in your life. And I will say the thing that will affect you more than anything in this world is who you are surrounded by. If you are in a negative, toxic, unhealthy relationship, or if you do not have good relationships with friends or good relationships with family, that affects you. It affects you very, very much. And I am fortunate to have an amazing boyfriend now, and to have really close friends and family that I feel like that affects your whole well-being more than anything, and obviously that contributes to your glow up. But aside from that, obviously, like if you are someone that's trying to glow up and get to be a better version of yourself, obviously that includes aesthetics as well. So if you get yourself a gym plan, get going to the gym, like eating healthier, you notice the feeling in yourself when you eat healthier. And I notice it in my skin and everything. Like say if I'm eating junk food for a few days, like I just feel like my skin's drier, it breaks out, it's more dull, like for sure. Like if I'm not eating fruit, I'm in trouble. Like you notice it in yourself. You know, have a good skincare routine, a good hair care routine, a nighttime routine. I'm having a bath tonight and I'm so excited about it because I've not actually had one excuse me, in so long, and I just feel like I need one. So yes, in terms of glowing up, there's a lot of sides to it, but do whatever it is that makes you happy, because I think if you make yourself happy, that's what shows. Because obviously you can do the whole gym girl thing, be the it girl, eat this way, blah 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 blah, but if you're not enjoying it, it's not going to show. It's not going to show the same. Oh, when are you on your most craziest? Craziest in what term? Because crazy can be a negative thing, you know, like she has lost the plot, and like it's a negative thing, or it can be a positive thing, like you can be like adventurous and spontaneous and that kind of thing. Do you know what? It's daily. It's really daily for me. Probably more so with my sister, because I feel like we bring that kind of side out of each other. We get really, really hyper and really like blah. So maybe then. Oh, just curious, what's your favourite cocktail, or do you like beer? I cannot drink beer. I think beer is disgusting. It's not for me. But in terms of cocktails, what's my favourite cocktail? Adam makes a very good French martini. He's a French martini guy, and I feel like when we are going out, we'll have French martinis in the house. I'm saying teenies, we make one. We have one. But I like a strawberry daiquiri, or a French martini, porn star martini, anything like that, kind of fruity ones. I don't drink too often, but you know, I'm not against it either. So I would probably say that. I'm going out for a hen party this weekend. If you're not from the UK, you won't call it a hen party, you'll call it a bachelorette. But I have a bachelorette / hen party this weekend. It starts at 11, there's brunch, and it's going right on, doing a few different things during the day, and then dinner and drinks at like 7. I will not be alive on Sunday. Oh, favourite skincare products. So I have used the same skincare for so long. If you just literally go onto my YouTube channel and type in my skincare routine, I think I posted it back in December of 2020 for Vlogmas. That is still my skincare routine. I swear by it. Everything is inexpensive. Most of it's from The Ordinary or the Inky List. Those two brands are my absolute favourite, and they're super cheap. How did you and your boyfriend meet? So I met Adam, I don't know, like 6 years ago maybe, at the gym. He worked in the gym at the weekend, and he was friends with people that I was friends with, and blah 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 blah. So we became good friends, and then we were best friends for a while as well. And then over time, the way life unfolds, we are now together, which is the best. It's the best period that our friendship, our relationship has been in. Where are you currently staying? I still live in my like hometown. I'm doing this because I feel that's quite an American saying, but where I stay, I live like just outside of Glasgow, which is in Scotland, just outside, and I have like went to school here, like primary school, high school. I went to university in Glasgow, but it was only like a 15-minute commute, so I never moved out for that. And then I bought my first house also in this area. So now I'm planning on moving out. I'm not planning to, I am. And I will make a video on that soon, maybe like in the weekly vlog next week or something like that, because it's more of a, it's a big thing, you know, and it needs more attention than just a Q&A. What's the next big thing you want to achieve? I am bringing out an app. Finally, bringing out an app for my fitness website. We're rebranding it, totally naming it something different, staying with my whole Naturally Stephanie thing rather than vegan aesthetics. And again, I'll do a whole video on this, but I am bringing out an app. It's been in the works for far too long, quite frankly, far too long. It takes so long, they're so expensive, there's so much that goes in and out, in and out, in and out of it. And that is coming out next month. So that is something that technically I've achieved, but not quite got there yet. I don't have the final product, but that's something that I've been wanting to have on my, we'll call it a CV for so long, like to have on my achievement list is to have my own app. And that is coming out next month. And I apologise for touching my hair so much, but it's very, very, very limp today. And it's like, you know, you just keep trying to scrunch it to give it a bit more life. Okay, let me see. Ooh, would you say you're spiritual? So I had a really good conversation with a girl at an event the other day, and we were talking about that, and it's a case of like, what are your beliefs? Do you believe in psychics? Are you spiritual? Do you do like crystals? What's the vibe? So it's funny, so my like upbringing, my growing up, I have been raised, I guess, but not necessarily in a strict way, like Catholic, so you know, made the whole Holy Communion and that kind of stuff, but I am not a religious person. However, spiritual, I feel like, is what I've come more into in this like stage of life. I've dabbled in going to psychics. I think I've been to a psychic 4 or 5 times. I've been to the same one twice, and I've been to the odd other ones maybe 2 or 3 other times, and I don't necessarily believe in psychics. I don't not believe in them either. I go with them to like hear what they have to say, and then, but I'm also very much like, right, I'll take what you say and like do with it what I please, you know. It's not like a, oh, he said this and that means that's going to happen. But I very much enjoy like going to psychic. I have crystals that I do not know how to use. They just sit there. They're supposed to be charged under the moonlight and all this. I have sage, which you can see maybe is on top of those books down the bottom there. I'll use that now and then if I'm feeling like there's negativity or whatever. And I definitely believe there's like, in like the universe, and like what happens, everything happens for a reason and all this kind of stuff. And I think that really attributes to my perspective on life, because I've always been like, everything happens for a reason. But I also believe you can create whatever you want, you know. So it's a case of, I wouldn't say everything happens for a reason, for a way to blame negative things. It's more for like a positive way, and it's like, right, everything can happen for a reason. So you can have this, you can have that, you can do this, you can do that type of thing. Yeah, so I would probably say I'm more spiritual than religious, but I wouldn't necessarily class myself as a spiritual person. I don't know, honestly. I think it's going to be one of these things that just evolve throughout life. Quite a lot of these are about food right enough, which is annoying. Not annoying, but that wasn't the goal. What is your secret for keeping positive? So I would class myself as a positive person for sure. However, I also do have negative times, like everybody does, but excuse me, but overall I would say definitely more of a positive person than anything else. And I think, going back to my last point, just like, life is not that serious. We live on a floating rock. We live on a floating rock. And I do think that everything happens for a reason, and there's things that are unexplainable, you know, and whatever, you know. I think just life, and it also flies by really, really fast. And I think, what's the point? What's the point of stressing? Because if you stress, you're suffering twice. Just saying. If you stress, you're suffering twice, because you're going to go through a negative thing and you're going to stress about going through a negative thing. So why? Why do that when you can just silver lining, people? There's always a silver lining. Ooh, what do you know now that you wish you knew when you were younger? What do I know now? I don't know, because I think I've always had the same attitude, what we've just been talking about there, towards life. So I don't think I've ever been in a situation now where I'm like, oh, younger me, Maybe I would like to know what I was going to do for a job so I could change my university degree. I would like to have studied business at uni, but no, I studied psychology, and here we are, still trying to figure out how to run a business, but that's okay. That is okay. I think we'll call this the last question because it's running on 16 minutes now. So after how many changes, how do you take care of your hair? We'll end on the hair note since I keep touching it, but pretty much, for those that don't know, I have been on the hair care journey for about 6 months now. So basically, I've always had quite fine hair. Like, I don't have like thick hair, it's always been fine, but so does every woman in my family. Like, my sister's hair is fine, my mum, gran, aunties, all that kind of stuff all have quite fine hair. So I think it was last year, no, during COVID, my hair grew so much because I wasn't going to the hairdressers. I don't think I went to the hairdressers for like over a year, and my like dye grew out, my hair grew out, and it definitely just looked really, really healthy. However, then after COVID, I decided to bleach my hair, I think like 2 or 3 times within 6 months. Like, within such a short amount of time, I put so much blonde back into it, and I think that really damaged it. Apparently COVID itself, which I had, also can damage it. And just like life stress, you know, there's me saying don't stress, and then I had life stress, but I had life stress. I think a lot of things attributed to it, kind of feeling like it was breaking off. It felt even more fine, it felt damaged. So I started a hair care journey in January time, which I think it was about January. Yes, so now I use very specific shampoo and conditioner products. I go between Olaplex, what's the other brand, and something else, because I find Olaplex a bit heavy. I find it a bit, weighs your hair down a bit much, especially for fine hair. I go between 2 brands, only wash my hair twice a week, which I've always done anyway. I'm doing a lot of hair oiling, head massages, silk pillowcases, all that kind of stuff. I take like a hair vitamin as well. It's a GS Health. I've mentioned it in my hair care video if you go back to it, maybe about a month or 2 ago. I take a hair supplement as well. So my hair, honestly, I can't tell if it's getting better. Apparently, hair can take like a year to show the effort that you've been putting in. You know, the skincare, you can literally like really make changes to your skincare within a few weeks. That is not the case with your hair, which is very annoying. I do feel like it's in a much better condition though. Like, today is not the day to judge that, but it does feel much better condition. But I have dry hair and I have thin hair, so it's trying to go with that. It's trying to just take what you've been given, but also coming across so many TikToks and things of people being like, I took my fine hair to like Arabian princess, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I will update you as this journey continues on. But I don't know what I've blow dried it like recently, because it's just very, very limp today, and I just can't get like volume in it at all. But yes, I think that's going to call today's Q&A. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you if you submitted questions over on Instagram. My next video is going to be like a kind of content style video, and then next Monday is going to be a weekly vlog. But there's some exciting information regarding to moving out of this house, but I'll tell you that next week. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video.